I believe that that is a type of house Negroism amongst Muslims. A sort of scholastically referenced house Negroism. That whatever my sheikh is on, that is the issue of the day. And I will go with my sheikh. Oh, my sheikh says that's an issue, then it's an issue. Even though it might be something regional, it might be a religious aspect that they're discussing, but it's not as high up on the radar as it's being placed by these individuals, by these groups, by these entities.
You know, those tulab al-ilm, like they go to the Islamic universities or they go to Yemen or wherever they study, they are training to get the tools so that way they can apply it to the issues that are in Kosovo, that for the Kosovoian students. If you're in America, for the American students, you know, you are getting tools. That's what you're getting. You're getting the knowledge. You're getting the tools. You're getting the wabit, the criterion, the conditions, you know, and learning the deen. So that way you have these tools to then therefore go back to your society and apply that to your situations, to what you are facing. He told me he went to the East Coast somewhere. Some brothers came up to him, this is many years ago, and they said, you know, salam alaikum akhi, you know, this and that and the other. They said, so, you know, what's your mawqif on Abu Hassan Ma'rabi? And he said, well, I don't know who he is, and I don't know what you're talking about. He said, salam alaikum. They made hajr of him, like that. You know, what's your position? Oh, you don't know this? As if it's a qaida in the deen, as if it's a foundation principle in the deen, you know, testing people based on individuals. And so what I'm saying is that was a fitna that was there, you know, for between our mashayikh, and it caused a lot of divisions, but alhamdulillah, the affair kind of settled after that and so forth. But the point is we did not need that in America. People are struggling just to get off the microphone and stay out of the club. Sisters are struggling to keep their abayas on. You know, they're struggling with whole different issues and just learning tawheed, just learning the basics. But yet you're causing awala and dividing and destroying communities based on an issue which is almost non-existent. And the Salaf used to speak about the harms of bringing a fitna from one land to the people who don't know it in another land, that no, you should keep silent about those issues. They don't need to know that, because
what we're seeing today, and I think it accelerated with social media, is that you've got individuals who have never studied even rudimentarily, and I'm talking academically. They didn't finish high school or primary school. Well, they finished primary school. They didn't finish secondary school, as we call it in the UK. They've come to the deen. They have this overzealousness. They've got access to books. So they're reading. They're listening to scholars. They're taking that information, thinking they're acquiring knowledge. They combine it with their own, what they would call research, and then they're imparting it to the people. And then those individuals who have not done what they've done, then place them in a position of authority, thinking, yes, they're bringing references, they're quoting a hadith because they've memorized this information, okay? And then they go out and what they cause is devastation in that instance. And you'll see as well, they will frown upon academic studies because they're saying, no, we only need deen, we only need deen. And they will bring fatwa of the scholars that we can't be in mixed education and things like that. And as I said to you 2 weeks ago, the definition of what mixed is, fraternizing and such, needs to be given. Because when they're saying that, we've seen ulama, scholars from these lands, the Arab lands, the Muslim lands, come to the West and study.
Even sometimes I've had brothers ask me, you know, do you think I should start a YouTube channel? And I said, well, you know, I didn't start a YouTube channel. I just did it for the sake of sharing benefits. After like 10 years, I had been, you know, overseas and stuff. And I just decided for the sake of continuing with, you know, revising my studies, okay, I'm going to start teaching some books on YouTube. That's how I started. It was never about an audience and stuff. So now you have a whole different paradigm and a whole different orientation of many, many people who sometimes they want fame, they want status, they want hits, they want subscriptions, they want money, they want wives, they want all the things that you can get in the dunya through this social media, or they just want to spew and have this, have the microphone. And so it's an immense danger.
We've seen so-called influencers,
No.
Muslimers, and Muslims, and they've got huge followings now. And what was the objective of them in the first place? We saw with some of them, suddenly, I have doubts with my deen, I'm leaving the deen. And then those young, vulnerable individuals who were enamored with the personality and with the information, not the knowledge, the information that they were given, they follow them off the cliff edge of the deen, because they start bringing the doubts and things like this.
And I can recall Sheikh Abdul Haqq al-Badr, he mentioned something very nice. He says, there's ilm al-nafiya, and then there's ilm ghayr al-nafiya, and then there's ilm qad yadur, meaning there's beneficial knowledge, which is knowledge, qala Allah, qala Rasul. Then there is knowledge which is not beneficial. You know, and I mentioned this the last time, you know, it could be knowing the stats on Khabib, for example. Khabib, you know, the MMA fighter, knowing his stats. That's knowledge that is not going to give you any benefit with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't need to know that knowledge, but it's not necessarily harmful knowledge unless you use that to busy you over the thing. So this is knowledge which could be, you know, you could almost say mubah, or, you know, it's anyway, it's not beneficial knowledge. It's not knowledge you need to know to come closer to Allah. Then there is knowledge that can harm you, knowing knowledge of kufr, the intricacies of disbelief, meaning not studying disbelief, but like, you know, I'm going to try witchcraft a little bit, see if it works, and then maybe I'll refute it later, or, you know, I'm going to try fortune telling. All of this is pure kufr, and this is knowledge that harms. So knowledge, there's different ways and different process. You know, youth that you said that have these zealous youth and overzealous youth, calm down a little bit, bro. You'll have your time. Don't worry. Don't just rush to the microphone. And just because you know a little Arabic and you can cut and paste, and don't make these fancy videos, you know, these beautiful, beautiful video production, and ridicule students and ridicule people who are callers, and ridicule putting Superman capes on them and all this crazy insanity. What kind of scholarship is that? What kind of Islam is that? How close are you getting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with that? You're not. It's unheard of. We don't know anything in the history of successful scholars doing anything like this, or successful tulab al-ilm. And we didn't even know this from the people before. SubhanAllah, we're coming for you, making a trailer. It's amazing that you can put that much energy. You've got time. You must have a nice job, or you don't have a job, and you've got the dole or something to be able to do that. I wish I had the dole paying for me. I would do a lot of nice videos too, but it wouldn't be like that. It would be, you know, I would hopefully produce some beneficial knowledge.